Hey y'all, I am back with a layout share using the CSI Challenge blogspot.com September clues, and this was the traditional clue that I used for this layout. And this is basically where you take the image and get inspiration from the image, the colors, anything that's in this image, anything that you see on here that inspires you. They do give you some hints, some clues here, and some prompt ideas to go along with it. So you can use what you want. You don't have to do everything. It's just to kind of help you out. So originally I was going to use these papers right here from Color Play to do a layout about a beautiful floral arrangement that I had received for my big 50 birthday last year. And it was the prettiest arrangement that I had ever received, so I just took some pictures of it and I wanted to do a layout about it because it was a surprise from my parents. So these were the papers that I had picked out and I had set them aside because when I work on a layout, I kind of like to think about what my next layout is going to be in the back of my mind. I like to mull it over about, you know, what photos I want to do a page about or what story I want to tell. So I had pulled these papers to go with those photos, but I was putting up this paper that I had used in a previous CSI challenge, and the theme, the color theme was like red, yellow, blue, I think white. And so I did a layout about my dad and his two brothers. So when I was looking at papers, you know, I just had those colors in mind. And I didn't even see this beautiful floral right here. So as I was pulling the papers together to put them back up, I saw this floral and I thought, wait a minute. So that is the paper I chose. So I actually used this same Simple Life kit again, but did a totally different type of layout. So here's my layout, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. This is inspired by a page from Janet over at RTS Scrapbooking, where she had done the similar layout. It's a little bit different than what she had done, but it gave me a great starting point and inspiration because I had two horizontal photos and a vertical, or I could have made this two verticals and a horizontal because I could have flipped this one either way. It wouldn't have mattered. So basically I took a piece of wood grain as my background and I made a scallop border and did some washi tape here and a piece of ribbon here. And I did fussy cut this out of a 4x6 cut apart. And I just want to tell you, if you try fussy cutting, I did cut out some of the little intricate details, but I left a lot of them on the paper, and I'm going to show you that right here. So when you fussy cut something, you don't have to cut out every single little detail. See, I started cutting out those little flowers there, but I ended up not doing that, and then I didn't even cut any of these little flowers out. This is just a part of what I didn't use. I just wanted to show you that when you fussy cut, you don't have to cut out every little piece. You can skip over some of them, so it makes it a little bit easier. And then another little trick I do is when, you know, sometimes when you cut, you have a little white showing around the edges. So I just take a colored pen of whatever, you know, that's close to that color, like around some of the leaves. I just took this pen, and this is a medium point, so it's got a, you can see it's got a thicker, I'm trying to get it come in focus, it's got a thicker tip on it, and I just kind of ran it around the edge to cover up that those little white parts that show. And then another little trick is, this is popped up, if you don't have, I don't use that fun foam on my layouts, but I did have this waste from a 12 by 12 chipboard sheet, and you can save this, and I just cut some of that out, and that's what's underneath here to give it a little dimension. So you don't necessarily have to throw this away, and I know it's sticky on the back, but you can easily pull that sticky part off of there, so when you store it, it won't be an issue. But that's just a good little idea to remember, that you know, you can use this too. You don't have to throw it away, and then you're not having to spend any money on something that you're not gonna see on your page. So I took another cut apart here, and this is what I was initially going to do my journaling on, but it just didn't look right. I was going to put it down here, but with this here and that, and having that here, it was too busy. I just didn't like it. And you can see, let me see, where is it? I think it's this. Yeah, you can see here where I cut it. I did also leave some of that floral on there, because by that point I was done fussy cutting. So I just tucked that sideways under here, and I found the sticker on that sheet and did my journaling there and put surprise right here. I added the 50 there and a sticker right here, because I really didn't think it needed a lot of embellishment, because the flowers were busy. They were busy photos, and this was a busy piece of paper, so I didn't really see that it needed a lot more than that. And I did take a sticker and put a piece of cardstock on the back of it, and this is the little card that came with my flowers, so I just put it there. You could pull it up and read it. And I just was really tickled that this turned out so well, and that I ended up going in a totally different direction with my paper, just because I was cleaning up my scrapbook room. So I really appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.